In the darkness, I spotted musical notes on a staff in the distance. They had different colors and approached slowly. I couldn't hear anything, but the notes got closer until they passed over my head. Then I heard a sound. It was music. The melody was what brought me back to my body. It wasn't the Buddha I knew or thought I knew, but it was him. And in that instant, I understood. I was taken to that place, to that school, to learn how to help people connect to their own paradise on earth through music. Hello, welcome to another video on our channel. Here we translate testimonies from people who have had near-death experiences and other spiritual experiences. Today we will discover the story of Alan Wheelton. He says he died and came back with a message from God. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. Leave a comment with your name and city. Now let's listen to Ellen's testimony. Hello, my name is Alan Wheelton. I'm a music therapist and counselor in San Diego, California. I had a near-death experience when I was 12 after being hit in the head by a horse kick. Before this event, my life was typical of an ordinary child. I loved riding. I don't remember much about my life before the accident, as I lost most of my memory. On the day of my near-death experience, I went to a riding lesson. The saddle was not properly secured as the girth was not tight enough. While riding, the saddle began to slip. I fell off the horse, which kicked me in the temple. I was taken to a local hospital and was in a coma for approximately a week. The doctors suggested that my parents play music or watch movies next to me to try to wake me up. So my parents started watching movies to help me wake up. Then it happened that I found myself on the other side. I was on a kind of raft, feeling extremely calm and loved. There was a guide before me, Jesus. And on my left was Buddha, although I didn't know it at the time. The place I was in reminded me of this, me on the raft surrounded by pink clouds. I was pulled out of my body towards a golden light. The light was indescribably beautiful, and I felt like I was coming home. It enveloped me, transforming into a wonderful experience of golden light. I became love, connection, peace, joy, and everything good that existed. I felt that nothing on earth mattered in the light because everything was in perfect harmony and beauty. I was then brought back to the raft, facing Jesus. He asked me if I wanted to stay in heaven or return to life. At that moment, I wanted to stay because everything was so wonderful. However, I was shown the lives of my father and my brothers, and how their lives on earth would be different if I didn't return. I chose to live. At that moment, my heart was filled with gratitude. I was deeply grateful for the opportunity to live, to return and make a difference. I told them in my head that I wanted to go back and heal people through music. So I was taken from the raft into the darkness. I felt my heart overflow with gratitude for being alive. Living is a gift, and earthly concerns are insignificant. What matters is our connection with others and living with purpose. Then I knew that living was a gift. I found myself in darkness again the moment I said I wanted to heal people with music. I received several insights into the purpose of our existence. Back on the raft, I noticed musical notes on a distant staff. They had various colors and gradually approached each other. I couldn't hear anything, but the notes got closer until they passed over my head. I heard a sound. Music. The melody pulled me back into my body. It was the music from the movie playing next to the bed. The music, previously almost inaudible, echoed powerfully in my mind. I forced my eyes open and found myself in the ICU. The nurse came running, and I fell asleep again, losing consciousness. It was a beautiful and incredible experience. I knew at that moment that I woke up to go back and heal people with music. On the other side, Jesus was in front of me. On the left, a man in long brown robes, bare feet, and a shaved head. I didn't know who it was, but later when I went to music therapy school, I chose Naropa University in Boulder. Walking up the stairs to my meditation class, I saw a representation of Buddha, bald, thin, and wearing long brown robes. It wasn't the Buddha I thought I knew, but it was him. I knew then that I was taken to that place, to that school, to learn how to help people connect with their own paradise on earth through music, I then learned, through meditation practices and through this school, how to help people connect with their own knowledge, how they can recognize who they really are, and how to connect with their higher self, so that everyone can experience this. No Buddha told me anything directly, but Jesus communicated through his thoughts, inviting me to stay or go. Buddha was present, appearing to act as a protection and guide. I feel like Buddha came to show me how I would accomplish this on earth and how I would return to life. Jesus was there because I believe I knew him as a child. He also appeared to guide me. They were both present, and it was a beautiful sight. Buddha was thin, without the traditional large belly, wearing long brown robes and barefoot with a bald head. Jesus stood in front of me, in simple white robes, and his eyes conveyed a deep love. He wore very simple clothes, demonstrating that it is easy to connect with God. Whenever you say I am, you are connecting with the divine presence. I am love, I am light. Just close your eyes, release your thoughts, and let the negative ones go. You can connect with God through any activity: music, art, cooking, speaking. Invite your presence to manifest through you, to see through your eyes, to feel, touch, and taste. This is our divine presence, always with us, ready to be invited. They gave me a choice. Jesus communicated with me, and I was given the option to stay. I was told there was no right or wrong, that I wouldn't be judged, and that everything would be fine if I chose to stay. At that moment, I wanted to stay in heaven because of the feeling of connection and peace. But then they showed me the lives of my brother and my father, and how their lives would be affected if I didn't return to earth. I then decided that I wanted to return and live, feeling enormous gratitude and love. I knew that living was a gift. They gave me a lot of messages after my decision to come back and heal people with music. One of the lessons was that we can create our reality. Everything we think, we create. They said that most of our earthly concerns don't matter, that the essential thing is how we relate to each other, lifting each other up. I talk about all of this in my book, about the experiences I had. I came back with special gifts, being able to see colors around people, receiving messages for them, and sometimes having knowledge about their lives. I was able to help them connect with their inner self. The biggest message I received is that we can create our future and our reality by co-creating with God. We have this power in our hands. We feel and perceive the divine energy within us, and we have the ability to create anything we desire, as long as we stay connected to love. We will always experience human experiences, right? It's as if we are predestined for certain events in our lives, but we have the power to choose to love in each moment. As we do this, we raise our frequency, giving ourselves a magnificent life experience by living passionately in the present. Now, I know we are in a golden age, with many people awakening. Sometimes we are faced with the shadows of events, but we can choose love in the midst of everything we experience. This is a time of great power, and many people are waking up to understand that there is something beautiful that we can create as a human race. We can love each other and lift each other up, and that is possible right now. I returned with gifts. I could know things about people before they even told me. Sometimes loved ones who had passed away would come to me with messages for me or others. I have always received messages through music, reconnecting me with the source. I had a special ability to feel the music in my body, as if the music moved different parts of me, connecting to my energy field. Sometimes I could see colors in the music when I heard it. He also had a special gift with numbers and helping people heal their mental state. I discovered when I went to college that I could help people connect with their version of heaven through music. I would play music for them, and they would then travel and tell me what they saw, and I could see everything they experienced. When a person comes to me for a session, as I did this morning with a client, I could see them being lifted into the heavens. I could hear what they were saying to her, see them holding her and transmitting messages that she could hear too. So I help people receive their own messages from the other side through my work. I often notice that people have energetic blocks, and I can clear them for them. When I play music, I receive messages from Source about what's happening in the world, why we're here, and how we can overcome challenges. I receive messages about the current moment, how we are now receiving a lot of light on the planet, waves of light that help us in ascension. I can also see people's auras and light bodies, depending on the situation. I always knew I was destined to come here for this. I don't think I would have come to Earth if it weren't for that agreement to do this work. I am alive because I chose to return and use my experience on the other side to help others. In other lives, I believe I had other experiences and saw that I died from a head injury. In this life, I can use this wound and my experience on the other side to help others understand that they are not alone and that there is something much greater supporting us. Everything and everyone has a purpose. That was an important message I received from the other side. Just as our bodies have a function and our hands work together, each of us as human beings has a purpose in this world. When we embrace our purpose and live in our light, we can contribute to the upliftment of humanity. I believe we are being called to come together as a collective, as we all play an important role in lifting the planet to a higher frequency, providing a better life for us all. So, what is the main lesson we can extract from this period? For me, the biggest lesson is that we possess creative power and purpose. We are all here for a reason, and each of us has a role to play. I also believe that we carry divine energy within us. This is another great lesson we learned. We are carriers of this energy, and we can create and transform the world through our own life experiences. Regarding the definition of God, I believe that God is a high-vibration creative force present in each of us. I believe we came to this planet to elevate both the earth and humanity to a higher consciousness. And it is possible. I see God in everything around us. God is light and vibration. When I think about the future of humanity, I believe we have a choice to make. We are all on this planet, and we all live experiences that are not always easy. But if we choose love over fear again and again, we can lift ourselves and those around us to a higher level. If we come together as humanity, each fulfilling our purpose and helping each other, I believe we can transform everything quickly. Just as the human body works in coordination, we can do the same among ourselves. I think we're on the cusp of an incredible moment in the history of this planet, where we can really advance civilization and do things we've never done before. I believe we will be able to heal through our minds. There are things we haven't seen yet that we are capable of achieving. We are here to make the earth a better place, to raise its vibration and transform our lives. Each of us is individually learning to master our own minds. Our mind can be a great distraction from presence and awareness, and living in love can be challenging because of the things we tell ourselves. Part of our practice is escaping thoughts so that we can live in our true presence and purpose. I believe we are here to help lift the planet to a higher state of being. We can achieve this if we come together and choose consciously. However, a collective conscience is necessary. Today's war and conflicts are difficult, as we are being confronted with the idea of division on the planet. This is shown to us by the media, by the way we speak and relate. The idea of division has brought a great focus on our differences, instead of focusing on what we have in common. We are all human, and we all want to thrive, live and love. But if we focus on differences and judge each other, we are not following the path of love. We need change and consensus, where humanity comes together and says, "I'm fed up with this. I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to live in peace and harmony." My belief is that if we can harmonize with each other, lifting ourselves up and celebrating each person for their gifts to the planet, bringing kindness, obviously, if they are living for the greater good, I think we would unlock abilities in our minds that we are still unaware of, like conscious communication through the mind or mental healing. I mean, these things are already possible, right? But not on a large scale, and this is due to the division imposed on us. We can learn to overcome this, connecting with higher consciousness, becoming part of the whole. I don't think we are living a small experience compared to our soul. We are like a little finger of our spiritual self, right? This is just a blip in time, and I think we came here to learn, grow, and increase our light through the human experience. Entering this experience can be difficult, sad, beautiful. In short, living a human life gives us the opportunity to experience all of this. We are here to expand our light and learn how to make it grow. When we are on the other side, we are everything. We are all the light. Coming here, we have the opportunity to grow and change. I believe in heaven. I believe there is a light. I believe there is a place where spirits go to learn if they didn't learn in life. I don't see this as the critical idea of hell. I think it's a waiting place where you learn and review your life lessons, and then come back and try again, trying to be better. The God I experienced on the other side was not a judgmental energy. It was an energy that accepted everything. I'm not saying we're perfect because we obviously aren't. We came here to live in imperfection. We cannot seek perfection in an imperfect place. We are here to live the human experience, see and experience it all. I believe we can reevaluate and relearn, and if we are not ready to ascend to a higher level of being, we go back and try again. That's what I believe. I believe there is an in-between place where people can choose to bring light. I have met other people who have had near-death experiences and had a negative or dark experience on the other side. At least 2 or 3 of them said that, at that moment, they asked for the light to come in, and they managed to pull the light into the darkness, which brought them out of it. I think there is always a choice, and we all live with free will. Since we have this free will, we can always choose the light. So if someone is in a place of darkness, I believe there is a way to save themselves. Your spirit and your soul can call upon the light, and they will always be forgiven. Always receive back the light they need. Again, this energy was totally loving, all-knowing, and beautiful, non-judgmental. This does not mean that we do not have the opportunity to learn, for there is that chance. And I believe that these souls are taken to a place where they learn, but not in the way that many talk about hell. This concept of division, fear, and judgment is something I see in many religions, but it was not my experience on the other side. I am deeply grateful and fortunate to have had the opportunity to experience this. The light I found was completely welcoming, and it is this experience that I bring to share. I believe that sometimes people use fear and judgment as a means of control, but that has not been my experience. I believe we choose the lives we live. We pass through existences as beggars, kings and queens, composers, brilliant musicians, and artists. Today, we are living the life we chose for this incarnation. In each life, we have the chance to learn something new, to experience life from a different perspective. And yes, I believe we have a creative choice regarding the lives we live and the actions we take. What we don't learn in one life, we come back to learn again, until we get it right, until we can choose love. Whenever we close our eyes while listening to music, we can experience 2 things. Feeling each note resonating in different parts of our body, especially the spine. Activating the light within us, allowing us to see it. I see colors in music when I work with people. While playing crystal glasses or classical music, colors appear, and sometimes each note is a different color. It often appears as a ray of light of a specific color, and these colors have different meanings to me. If someone receives a ray of green light, it means healing of the heart. Pink light represents forgiveness. Blue light, the healing of the voice and its connection. When I work with people, I watch the light moving through their bodies, seeing where it goes. Typically, it goes to enlighten, heal, and bring the body back into the realm of light, qualifying all subsequent experiences. Therefore, many see heaven and feel elevated to a new level of existence, meeting Buddha, Jesus, angels, or deceased loved ones. I can facilitate this experience, but they experience it and see it for themselves. Each of the gifts I have, we all have too. My gift is to help you or anyone else receive these messages and recognize the divinity within. We believe that God resides in our heart, in our energy. We were created by God, and my mission is to help people see and remember that. I believe we are here to expand our light, learn and grow from life's lessons. There are those here with the mission of elevating the planet and showing a new way of being. These people demonstrate to humanity what is possible through love, compassion, and the potential of the mind. Connecting with their own divine source, they perform incredible and magical feats. The purpose of our existence is in constant transformation, but I am convinced that it lies in aligning ourselves with our divine essence, with the aim of co-creating, elevating each other, and transforming the world into a more harmonious place. Our contribution of light to the planet occurs through collaboration with the Earth, aiming to amplify its vibration. As we choose love in our daily actions, our frequency rises, radiating even more light into the world and bringing profound benefits to it. Reflecting on this purpose, I realize that my journey is full of moments of introspection and growth. I feel like every step I take is an opportunity to connect more deeply with my inner energy and thus positively influence the environment around me. The search for love and frequency elevation is not a simple task. It requires dedication, patience, and a constant desire to evolve. I remember one day in particular, while walking through a flower field where nature seemed to whisper ancient secrets. The gentle wind caressed my face, and the colorful flowers danced in harmony with the breeze. In that moment, I felt a deep connection with the earth, as if we were in silent communion. It was as if the planet was inviting me to be part of its eternal dance, a dance of light and love. The scenery around me was indescribably beautiful. The mountains in the distance, with their snow-capped peaks, seemed silent guardians of ancient wisdom. The birds, with their melodious songs, seemed to convey messages of hope and renewal. The feeling of peace and tranquility that flooded my being was almost palpable. It was as if the earth was reminding me of my role in its evolution. On another occasion, during a sunset meditation, I could feel the energy of the universe flowing through me. The vibrant colors of twilight painted the sky, and I felt like I was part of something much larger, a unified whole. In this moment of reflection, I understood that every choice we make, every act of love, has the power to raise not only our frequency, but also the frequency of everything around us. It is a continuous cycle of giving and receiving, of illuminating and being illuminated. These experiences make me realize that the true purpose of our life lies in the simplicity of love and connection with the divine. Every time we choose compassion, empathy, and kindness, we are contributing to a brighter world. And this light, in turn, reflects back to us in a virtuous circle that nourishes the soul and spirit. Therefore, I firmly believe that our mission is to bring light to the planet, collaborating with the earth to increase its vibrational frequency. And the more we choose love in our lives, the more our frequency rises, bringing incalculable benefits to the world and all the beings that inhabit it. Everyone has a purpose. They are here for a reason, and they can transform their lives and create their future based on the thoughts they cultivate. The more we focus on the positive, gratitude, and love, the more we receive in return. Even in the face of difficulties, we are never alone. There is always an invisible army of light at our side, ready to be invited to intervene and bring about change in our lives. We can invite God and light to help us, and prayer is a powerful way to do this. Prayer really works, and it is essential to invite that light to guide us. I conclude by saying that we must allow our light to shine in everything we do. Know that you are a creative being made of love, here for a reason. Thank you for being present. To know more about me, visit my YouTube channel, Ellen Wheelton. So, what did you think of this incredible story? Leave your opinion in the comments. Please consider supporting our work by donating any amount. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell to be notified with each new video. Let's bring more people the hope that there is life beyond what the eyes can see.